I get asked all the time, Jessica, what do I need to do before I sell my house? And I always ask, well, are you renovating or are you preparing your house for sale? Those are two different things. With renovation, it comes down to, do we need to replace countertops, flooring, paint, carpet, do a little kitchen renovation or a bathroom remodel? And it always boils down to me as to what have the other homes in the neighborhood done and what return did they get for their investment. And the last thing that you want to do is over improve your house for the neighborhood. So it's really important to consult with your realtor about what's happening in your area and make sure that you're not over improving. This is what happens whenever a buyer comes and looks at a house and it hasn't been improved, as an example. And I've seen it time and time again. Let's just say that we walk into a house, I'm showing a buyer, and they see wallpaper in the kitchen. They go, oh my gosh, wallpaper. I haven't seen wallpaper since 1995. This is gonna be so expensive to take down. It's gonna cost me $20,000 to get this wallpaper off the walls. And any seller out there knows it's not that expensive to take down wallpaper. In some cases, it can be a DIY job in a couple of weekends. But what happens is a buyer takes what the actual cost is and sometimes puts a 5 or a 10x on that expense. So if you can overcome some of those potential objections from buyers on the front end by doing some small renovations to your house in advance, you have a better shot at getting a higher price on the market and selling more quickly than your competition. So think about this. We always recommend that our sellers take a look at spending their money in the kitchen and the bathrooms. You're more likely to get the highest dollar for dollar return on your investment. Now, there's a company called Zonda, and they put out a really interesting report called the Cost versus Value Report. It just came out for 2023, and what it does is it outlines what improvements that you can do to your house and what return you get for those improvements for your dollar. And you'll have to check it out. It just came out for 2023, and I find it very interesting that the garage door replacement, of all things, came out with a 94% return on value for this year. You'll have to check out the report. Now, the second thing that you can do has to do with prepping your house for sale. And I have 5 quick tips for prepping your house for sale. The first one is to declutter. You're moving anyway. Let's go ahead and pack up those boxes, donate the stuff that you don't need anymore, that you're not using, and make sure that the counters are cleared off, the closets are cleared out, and the closets do not have to be perfectly organized, by the way. The last thing you want is for somebody to open the closet door and things to fall out on you. So just make sure that they're somewhat organized and nothing is falling out on you. Like I said, go ahead and pre-pack, and then on bookshelves especially, make sure that there's nothing smaller than a baseball size on your bookshelf. That stuff's just going to get lost in the shuffle. Might as well pack it up anyway. The second thing is to have all of your systems checked. Go ahead and have your HVAC technician come out and do a service, get those air filters changed, get your plumber over there to make sure that there's no leaks, especially under the faucets, places that you don't check very often. Go ahead and run your sprinklers, make sure those are running well. Maybe even have a roofer come out and give you a free assessment. Make sure that everything looks good up there, your gutters are cleaned out, and just make sure overall that all of your systems are working really well. The third thing is to paint. Paint can be a very powerful thing. It can help neutralize a room. It can help a buyer envision themselves in the home. We can actually make some paint color recommendations and some touch-up. I want to recommend a really great service from Sherwin-Williams, and I've used this on my investment properties before. And you can actually sign up for a free color consultation on Sherwin-Williams website. So if you're really stuck on what color to paint your house, you sign up on their website for the free color consultation, and you do a FaceTime or like a Zoom with their color consultation person in your house, and they can recommend paint colors for you that you might not have ever thought about before. It goes with your furnishings, goes with the other finishes in your home. It's really great. I loved it. Couldn't recommend it enough. The fourth thing is to clean and fix. So clean the carpets, clean the windows. If you're not up for doing it yourself, we can recommend vendors that can do that in our area here. Make sure that if you have any broken blinds, that those are replaced, the slats are fixed. That is so easy to do, by the way. If you've never done that before, just make sure that you're not having to replace the whole thing. It's not that complicated. And then do a deep cleaning of the home. Make sure all the light bulbs are fixed. There's not one out, and they're all the same color tone. And don't forget about the landscaping. That is one of the first things that people see whenever they come up to the home, and one of the last things that they see if they go to the backyard last. So make sure your landscaping's in good shape. And my last tip, number 5, is to stage your home. It's very important to give every room a purpose, and it's a good idea to hire a professional. We offer a consultation for all of our clients with a staging professional, and it's just a great resource to get another set of eyes into your property to give you a different idea on where this chair might go, to give the room better flow, some different ideas. You don't have to spend an arm and a leg to stage a property. You can use all of your own things and just maximize the buyer pool for your property. So hope these tips helped, and can't wait to see what you come up with.